Well, if that's it, we'll get on to Frieren episode 24, Bass.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, we got perfect replicas. And many test takers are nearing the bottom of the dungeon, but a legendary monster has a power that can humble even the most mighty opponents. The ability to make a near perfect copy of anyone. And right off the bat on this episode, we learned that the dungeon's lord's name is Spiegel the Water Mirror Fiend, who reads the memories of a target to create a perfect replica of them.
Yes. And I want to say I've gotten in the habit of double checking the names in this series because a lot of them are German words, and Spiegel is actually the German word for mirror. So very fitting here. Yes.
That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It reminds me of what's his name? Steven
Yeah,
Spiegel.
Degens Spiegel or Spiegel, yeah. But
Whatever
it's
if
cool
his
that
name was like made after that. So
I think it's cool that they like just keep using these German references with me learning it right now. It's like little Easter eggs to keep me happy throughout the week.
yeah, I mean this whole show is nothing but like German words. Frieren obviously means
Hmm.
freezing or
Right.
cold or whatever. So which I mean fits her personality, kind of. So it
Yes, and
makes
it's also
sense.
helping me in my lessons because I because I did figure out how to say, "Wait a second, I'm thinking," and "dinking." uh, but
But
yeah, go for it.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyways, we get our little lessons of German every week. It seems like, um, but I mean, did we expect Sense's test? Every time I say Sense's name, I want to say Sensei, but I guess either one would be fine. But Sense's test to be as hard as possible. Is this fitting for her reputation of not letting anyone pass in her past test? Do you think do you think that this is the case? Do you think this is like a really hard test?
I think it's a cool test. I think in the real world, like I think a fight with yourself would actually be pretty easy.
I think it would be easy and difficult. One, because you know your own weaknesses, right?
Yes, yes,
But also you are limited to this. You are equal basically. The only thing
yes.
that you got on yourself at that point is the fact
A
that
lot of knowledge.
it doesn't have your personality, kind of, I guess. It doesn't have the
That's true.
mind, the mental capacity. It just has what it's made with.
Yeah,
So,
like your physical attributes and abilities.
yeah. You can
Yeah,
actually like evolve or level up or whatever. You can say during the process of fighting this, whereas they are limited to that form.
right, right. Yeah, I think it would be easier than fighting somebody I didn't know. I took taekwondo for like 4 years, and we spar every other week, pretty much. And it's always easier fighting somebody you know how to fight already.
Yeah.
And like it would honestly like we would spar against classes below us and classes above us. And it was honestly easier fighting the people that were above us or below us, obviously, than fighting my own classmates because we sparred so much together. Because
I
those
gotcha.
people don't know me. They still have to figure me out. So I have a chance at least. But if homeboy knows I don't like roundhouse kicks or like if he can hit a certain combo on me, he's just gonna do that. He's gonna spam that shit sometimes. So yeah, I think I'd have an easier time just from my limited fighting background, very limited fighting background. But I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely say that if you're doing a 1v1 versus yourself in any capacity, that the real one definitely has the advantage if it's not like regenerative
Oh
shit going
yeah,
on. So,
also that that would be a
yeah.
fun problem.
But I definitely thought I was kind of surprised. This is Dan actually thought last week that these clones or mirrors or whatever was a
Hmm.
product of Sense's magic. He thought that she was doing it, and I
Um,
kind of agreed with that. So I guess we was wrong. We actually thought it was her, but apparently it's the
the
dungeon
dungeon
monster.
lord,
So
yeah, the dungeon
yeah.
lord. Um,
Do you think that she knew about the
oh
clones?
hell yeah.
You think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it was Richter that was like, "Oh, there's no wonder this dungeon's never been beaten." So I think she knew that, and I think that's why she had those little golems made. She's probably been in there before and was like, "Damn, this is terrible. I'm gonna bring some students in here, bring some test takers in here. This is terrible." Um, but yeah, I think she definitely did this shit on purpose. She's low
Okay.
key evil.
But she does call herself a pacifist. So I guess she, and even though she, I guess, loves seeing them fight each other. So,
It's a good
but
test of yourself. Yeah.
and next thing we actually see a replica of Ubel fighting, examining the golem bottle and waiting for. I guess I don't know if she was waiting to attack or waiting for them to attack. I think it's the latter. I think she was waiting for them to attack her because she was not concerned about anything. She was just chilling, just shaking that bottle over and over.
Yeah, she was trying to figure out what was up with that bottle. She was really interested in it. And I really wanted to see Ubo fight Ubu, um,
Yeah.
because she's just a crazy, crazy old witch. And it was ended up being pretty fun.
And I guess they did fight before that because Land, like, he got like a heavy like cut across his chest and he was kind of bleeding out. And at this time, did you think that he was a clone or did you think it was the real deal? I know me myself, like, I thought he was a clone.
So when he first got cut, I was like, "Oh shit." But then as Ubu was talking to him and was like, "Hey, here's my bottle," and he didn't take it. I was like, "Okay, like, yeah, he's it's a clone." But the reason I didn't initially think it was a clone is because like you're in a dungeon and you physically have to make it through the dungeon yourself. Why would you not be with another person and send your clone out in front of you by itself? But I guess I was overthinking it.
Yeah, I mean that would probably be the safe bet, right? To avoid any like surprises.
Yeah,
But I wonder if it's like, well, yeah, I'm sure it is because I was gonna ask. I wonder if it's like, Naruto, for example. He, once they got destroyed, everything would go back to the main body. It'd be the knowledge would go back. But I guess it happened too because if it didn't, then the real thing wouldn't have known to come in. So
exactly. Yeah. So he's I guess it's like having a surveillance camera. He can like see what's going on because it didn't
yeah,
even have to die for him to know what's going on. It seemed.
yeah.
So yeah, I definitely would send it in front of me and have a person with me just in case shit went left, and not the other way, and not be by myself in a fucking dungeon that no one's ever beaten.
And I also wonder if he can create more than one clone at a time. If the one that actually came in was the real deal, or if that was a second clone. That's
That'd be
that's
so
something I'm
savage.
thinking about.
Layers of clones.
Yeah. So
That'd be super cool.
yeah. I just couldn't stop thinking about that. What if this is a clone? But because you can't really tell, right? Like it's
Hmm.
basically the same thing almost. So um, but as we said, Ubel counterattacks and banks on land, the real land, coming to save her, and he does. We got a really great like fight scene and like going through the memories or logic of Ubel fighting herself, and she thinks luck is a big factor in her fighting, I guess. Um, and she basically created a situation where her death would be on land. It would be Land's fault if she died, basically, because she gave him her bottle essentially. So, uh, would did you enjoy seeing that?
And yeah, she's so manipulative, dude. She is so manipulative, and it's entertaining. She's just so off her rocker. And like I really don't understand like why Land is putting up with this bullshit.
The only thing I can think of is Land knows that he's not capable of getting very far by himself with just his clones. That's what I think. And I think that he knows Ubel is ready to kill somebody.
Yeah, like it's like okay, I see what you're saying. Like okay, like she likes me or she wants something from me, and I should use that. I'll use her as my frontliner because she just wants something from me.
He's basically got a pit bull in front of him.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. That makes
she's
sense.
she's ready to go. She's ready
Yeah,
to
and
go.
she's not gonna let him die because like she wants to know his spell.
Yeah, she wants
Yeah,
to get closer to him or whatever to copy his clones or whatever. So
this is a mean situationship, a mean situationship right here. Yes.
yeah, and next we actually get to a really interesting plot, and we actually go to Frieren, and she discovers a hidden room in the dungeon. There's some art that depicts the acts of a king that is buried there, and Sin sees this as a great discovery because no one else has ever found it before. Obviously, this is an undiscovered, unexplored dungeon. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, but I thought it was pretty interesting that they acted like it was a big deal, and then they just like, oh, let's leave. There's nothing in here.
That was so like anticlimactic. Like I thought there was gonna be like a cool grimoire, like Frieren, but Frieren always thinks that, right? Like she's all, oh, there's a rare grimoire around this
That looks
corner all the
huge.
time, constantly. But yeah, they
Uh,
cut away from that mess so quick.
yeah. And I feel that. I feel that because if she didn't think that there was a rare grimoire around every corner, then she's not going to find them, right? So,
That's true. That's true. You got to be looking to find them.
yeah.
But
Um,
I wonder if it's actually going to turn into something bigger. I wonder if they actually did find something, and that's why they cut away so quick. They don't want us to know what it is.
Maybe, but they didn't even really pan around. They just showed like the art, and I get what was it, like a tomb slash coffin deal. So
Yeah, it was kind of like just showing. So it was like some reliefs of the king's deeds and achievements.
yeah,
That seems like a good place to leave some treasure.
yeah,
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying?
I,
Yeah,
I don't understand why they didn't open it. You know, you got to open it, right?
yeah. I don't
So
understand. I don't get it.
maybe they're just you know close on time. They're cutting time close. So um, but then they realize they're getting close to the bottom of the dungeon, so they leave and they actually run into Degens' gang, who who from last episode we saw has a replica Frieren in their path. Call it Clayren is what Dan came up with.
Claiming,
Uh,
okay.
uh, and do you think that Deacon and his group should have at least tried fighting the Clayren or nah?
Is it wise to?
No.
No. Is he a bitch for not trying? Yeah.
Hey.
Like you got 5 people, bro. You got 5 people, and you can't really do shit with Fern. I mean, Frieren.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
he might just know he's that big. There's that big of a difference between the two. But like, me personally, I couldn't sit there with 5 of my homies with one person standing in my path and be like, "Nah, we just can't do it. We're not like that." But maybe that's just my ego.
well, the funny thing is like he already got rinsed once. You know, he
Get
thought he was a
rinsed.
big guy. You know, once upon a time, and then he got absolutely rinsed. And then he's like, "No, I kind of I know what this is. I know what she's about. I don't think I can handle her."
She wasn't even going all out on me.
And if I can't handle her, I sure as shit know that these other fools can't handle her.
Nah, like I said, like is it the right thing to do? Yeah. But it couldn't have been me. You know what I'm saying?
Ego got cut in half, bro.
Yeah, he already had that humbling experience.
But yeah, Richter actually says that they should try hypnosis or restraint magic on Frieren, the Claren, because that's what you should do to a powerful mage. Apparently, is what they say. And they actually tested on the real Frieren, and she says that she's resistant, and she proves to be resistant. And Fern actually got a little jealous as they was doing their test.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea why she would
Br
get jealous?
I don't get it because like, they're literally just doing tests, but I feel like every week, the last, like, 3 or 4 weeks, they just been chipping away at my love for Fern.
You know what I think it is? It's not really jealousy. I think that she was kind of mad that Frieren was just letting them do tests on her so easily. Because
Mm,
she's essentially giving out her weaknesses for free to her enemies, right?
that's
And
true.
Frierin's just doing it willy nilly, and Fern's just like, what are you doing?" And
Yeah, but they that's true, that's true.
I
But
think
she
the
had
hug was the last straw, kinda.
you think so? You
Yeah,
think Fern's actually playing the strategic right there?
yeah.
Okay,
I
okay. I like that way better. But Fern, I believe, is the jealous type.
I think so too. I mean, that's her mother figure, right?
That's true.
So,
Why are you messing
uh,
with my moms like that?
yeah.
Um, but like, I think Frieren wouldn't let them get a leg up on her. I don't think she would let that happen. Like,
I
she's a
don't
bit of a goof, but at the same time, like, she's also like 1,500 years old.
yeah.
Like, she's mad wise, even though she's also a goof.
Well, yeah, and the thing is like she told him straight up, like,
That
the
shit don't work.
normal stuff don't work on me. I'm resistant.
Yeah.
And I mean, in her eyes, like, what's it gonna hurt for them to try because it's not gonna work. So
Yeah, like, I know it's not gonna work, like, yeah.
yeah,
I've been doing this longer than your whole bloodline, like, I know this.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
to finish that off, Deacon and Methody, I think is the way you say it.
Mythode. Mythode.
Methode.
Yeah.
I think that's a blonde, right? That
She's a
was
brunette.
Is she
Maybe
brunette?
dirty blonde. Maybe
Oh,
dirty blonde.
okay. She's the one that was trying to do these acts on Frieren, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
And um they actually like after they finish talking, we actually go to Edo's group. And Edo is the um I guess the one that is the most proficient at hypnotizing and like the mind stuff, all that good stuff, because her family specializes in it, I believe is what they said.
Yes.
And they're actually having a fight since the version of since. I was wondering where she was, and here we are. We found her.
That's
Her
so
group.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
That is so you got the first class mage you gotta fight. Everybody else gets to fight a second or third class mage, but your non-combative ass, all 3 of y'all gotta fight the first class mage. I
Yeah.
also looked up, like I said, I always look up the names. Edel means noble
Oh,
in
okay.
German. So, yeah, she's of noble birth, so it
Makes sense.
checks out.
She kinda got that personality, you know what I mean? So
Mhm. Those were definitely her servants, like 100%.
I wouldn't go that far.
They seemed like they really was, like, rocking with her like that.
Yeah. They was definitely relying. They definitely looked at her in a higher regard, it seemed
Yeah, and
like.
that was 2 grown men and a child, so, like,
Yeah.
why else would they be doing that?
Uh, but it is pretty interesting. We got some magic lore here, and Edo explains that most dungeons was cleared before the Demon King actually was defeated. This caused modern magic to not be suited for dungeon fighting due to being made from physical things in the world. The benefit is that this takes less mana as a caster doesn't have to create something out of thin air. So I guess they're saying that the magic nowadays that everyone's using isn't really made for dungeons because nobody really goes dungeon exploring anymore. So
Right, and you don't have things like rocks or the little petal, like flower petals and stuff like that,
Yeah.
out, down in a dungeon. Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty interesting that they keep on like giving us little bits of information about the world and history past.
yeah.
Um,
I thought this
so
one, I thought this one was like extra cool because like they gave multiple reasons for why they weren't good at dungeons, and like
yeah,
in just like a couple of sentences, and then they were like, "Oh, Sense would be really good at this because she just uses her hair." And that's something she always has on her, obviously.
yeah,
So like she's broken no matter where she goes. So I thought that was really cool. And we saw, why she's a first class mage. And this quick, very quick fight, if you want to call it a fight.
yeah. I don't think they was really cut out like that. She actually tries to do hypnosis. They come up with a plan, and she actually tries to do hypnosis, kind of what Frieren and them was suggesting to do against Clavering. And it turns out that they cannot put them in a hypnotic state because the clone doesn't have a mind of its own. Is the way they described it. So, um, and it needs a mind in order to put in a hypnotic state. And since they failed at that, Edel actually gets pretty worked up. She gets stabbed, and she tells her two companions that they need
Servants.
to go. Yeah, the servants, the servants, as Bass calls them, they need to go find people that are way stronger, to help fight Sense the clone, while because she breaks her golem and gets the hell out of Dodge because she's gonna die if she don't. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah. But we knew that that whole group really weren't like that. They said before they even started fighting that they're not fighters.
yeah, I mean they're just I guess they thought that they was gonna get through on just their hypnotic and their bare minimum. I don't even know why the other two is there for first class mages. It didn't seem like they had a lot going for them. I could understand why she was there because she's proficient at the
I know why
mind
they're
shit.
there.
So yeah,
To
but
protect Edel.
yeah, I mean, what's their? They should have left then, right? With her.
Well, they
Yeah,
already there now.
yeah, might as well try, right?
Yeah, bro.
Get somebody else to carry them through. So,
They're great support characters, man.
uh, but the final moments of this episode show Frieren figuring out what they're gonna have to do in order to beat Clayren, and they're gonna have to just basically use brute force. That's the best option. And I thought it was leading up to this for a while. I actually wanted Frieren to say, "Fern, it's time. Get out there and beat me." I wanted her to say that so long ago, but Fern actually says she actually steps up to the plate and she's like, "I can do it."
She
So
said, "I'm her."
yeah,
I'm really
so
like that.
yeah, my thing is like, is she doing it to take? Is this gonna take out all her frustrations on the Clay Fern? That way she could be better behaved towards Stark in the future.
Yo, that's a little dark, dog. It's a little dark.
She's got some pent up anger, bro. I feel like that
Oh,
she needs
I
this.
feel like she does. Yeah,
And one thing I do want to mention is where the hell is Fern? Where the hell is the Fern clone?
they
Is
don't
she
want that.
hiding?
They don't want that. Oh my god.
I'm telling you, she's usually by Fern, right? So maybe Fern is standing out there and Fern's in the background somewhere. We haven't seen her, but I have a feeling that
If Fern is
Fern.
in that room, bro, if
I
Fern is
have a
in that
feeling.
room too, they're washed. They're
I
they're
have a feeling.
absolutely washed.
And I have a feeling that Fern's gonna be in that room too, and that Frieren is gonna have to fight Fern, and Fern is gonna have to fight Frieren.
They look, if both of them are in that room, there that whole group is washed. You know what I'd be doing? If I saw that and I was dinking, I'd keep walking. I'm
to
not doing
control
it with
them.
you. I'm not doing no, 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 no. I'm running through the room. Fuck everybody, dude. I want to go see my family.
Oh shit!
Ain't no way.
But it was definitely a fun episode. I can't wait for next week because we're gonna get to see some
It's gonna
heat.
be awesome.
So,
It's
oh,
actually gonna be awesome.
and we only got like 4 episodes left. So, it's gonna start getting hot probably, right?
Yeah, it's good. They're gonna turn up for us.
But
But
yeah.